She got all this Chaka, Rodi Krish's Machi. Hello? Mdana silent killer. Hey, Prasima Joseph. I don't go to the pizza my sports. Magadigo Jonga, my Jamanga, wait a Musarinya, as in Tanga Mausan. Oh, boy. Taiwan Rumisa, Nananaguna, Nemutapo Wakasa, Nemashuko Wanuka. Oh, boy.
Hello, 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 people. Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, wherever you are. Hello, hello, hello. My live is actually starting at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. So, okay, let's do this. My live is starting at 8 p.m. on the dot as promised. It's date night with Jean Kiditeng Kobole Chirenje. Yeah, we are going to be doing a live with me today as promised. I'm sorry to everyone. I had a hectic week, so I'm just trying to, it's a last minute video. The love of my life had actually said, please don't do it today because I had a very, very difficult week, very, very challenging week at work, family wise, and everything, guys, is just hectic. So I'm just trying to set myself up and to calm down so that we are going to have a very, very wonderful Friday with me today. As you know, I'm your girl, Jean Kiriteng Chirenje Kobole. So I'm just doing 1, 2, 3 testing. People have been stressing me with messages. When are you coming? When are you coming? It's live. I'm on. I also want to acknowledge that the music that I'm playing, I do not have rights to playing this music. It's by Ja Praiser. It's his latest album. I managed to get the CD online. The CD online. Thank you so much, Mkanya, for buying me the disc. So I'm so grateful for having this disc. It's a beautiful one. Big up to Ja Praiser and big up to Kanya, all the way from Las Palmas for the Pongras. Thank you so much. As you all know, we have been banned alcohol in South Africa. The reason why I'm trying to speak in English today is not my native language, but I'll do my best. Is because everyone have been complaining, especially as you know, I come from a mixed background, half Zimbabwean, half Tswana. My mother is from Botswana. My father is 100% Zimbabwean, which makes me Zimbabwean 100%. But because I've got 3/4 of my family, if not more of my family in Botswana, they also want to know what I'm talking about. I'm not insulting them. And also, as well as you all know, I've been residing in South Africa for more than 15 years. So I've got a lot of family and friends in South Africa and all over the world that might not hear Shona. Here and there, I'm going to throw some Shona words, which by God's grace, you guys will just have to grasp it because I'm 100% Shona. So please forgive me for English today. It's not because I'm drinking some Pongras. No, 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 no. It's just because people have complained over my video last week. Also, just to say, the reason why I do this video, I'm not a socialite. Talking to people personally as Jean, I'm a very talkative person and it makes me happy. It calms me down. So Friday is just like the best day to end up and wind up my week. I had a very hectic week. Sorry for another day, not today, but yeah, I just want to do a background why I do videos talking about my life in general, where I come from, where I come from, especially my past. I love to talk about my past because I'm so confident about it. I'm so confident about my upbringing because it made me who I am today. So to everyone that is new here, my name is Jane. I've got a lot of friends. Some know me, some they don't. The most important thing is here, everyone is free to talk, everyone is free to comment, but I refuse to allow people fighting on my wall because I'm not a violent person. No insulting, no verbal insult. I'm one person that stand up for abuse, no to abuse against men and women, no to verbal abuse, no to physical abuse, no to emotional abuse, no to bullying. As you can see, I just come on my video just as I am, no makeup except just the lipstick, which yeah, my lips were dry, so I'll just keep the lipstick on, but I don't put on makeup. Why? Because I'm not looking for relationships or anything like that. I'm not trying to give a wrong impression about myself or an over impression about myself. This is who I am in reality. As you can see, I'm wearing my well chilling clothes, just a vest, no bra, guys, no bra, no bra. It's night. We ladies, we don't wear bras at night, guys. Why? Because tinenge taswera zuva rese takakakatwa naye. To those that are blessed by God with the small boobs, lucky for you guys. But for some of us who have been gifted with big boobs, it's so uncomfortable kuswera zuva rese wakaiti mbambamba wosvika kumba futi wogeza woiti mbambamba, aiwa tinombopurura toisa paside. Oh, sorry, zvauya zveagare. I'm so sorry. So I was trying to say the reason why I'm dressed up like this and I don't put on makeup is because I'm not here to look for relationships or something like that. I'm officially engaged to someone who doesn't love social media, and I respect that. He allows me to be me, but also to respect that. I also highlight that. So to those that say you are so beautiful and all that, I appreciate the comments, greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. But to those that feel like it's this girl or this woman or this lady is looking for relationships, no, 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 guys. I would like to clarify. I'm not looking for relationships. This is just for interacting, for having fun, talking together, and laughing, and having a good way to end our hectic week. We all work in different industries, and here, please, it's not about statuses. I do not care what you do. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care where you are, whether you are in Zimbabwe, Urikwa Zimba. Oh, sorry, Rauya Futi. Whether you oh, English, please forgive me. English is not my mother tongue. Oh, my mother tongue is Tswana, Kiabua, okay? So, but anyway, Shona is my father language. So, Ndino Taura Shona, but please forgive me if you hear me putting 1, 2, 3 words in between which are not English. Forgive me. Also, forgive me in advance for broken English or tenses or what. Please forgive me. I'm a very educated person, but as you know, English is not my native language, or we have to learn this language from school. Even if you see me saying or what, is because of the Nigerian movies that we grew up watching and that we also watch now as adults. Okay, I do appreciate everything that is African. I appreciate everyone that is African. So this is all for all Africans that love who they are as they are. No makeup, no name shaming, no body shaming. I don't care if they've got big bums, they've got small bums, they have got iron body or whatever. This is not for anything. It's not for insulting anyone. This is for respecting each other as human beings and having fun, pure fun on social media, Facebook, as pure Africans who love each other. Ubuntu, unity, and itika. So we are going to be doing that every Friday because I'm a busy person. So as soon as I can or have managed to have the quality time to spend time with you guys, I'll do that. So the live is going to start from 8 p.m. Till 9 p.m. just for 1 hour. Unfortunately, I cannot do that more than an hour due to other commitments. So guys, this is just an introduction and also to acknowledge the music that I'm going to be playing behind the scene. It's music from Jah Praiser. If you wanna join me on live, just let me know, Jean. Hi, I want to be on live. So again, I emphasize we respect everyone on this platform. We do not insult each other. We do not support any politics. This is no, I don't. I've got my views, but I will not share my views publicly. So I don't want anyone to come here and say anything. We respect all the president and every nation, every nationality, and every person, African, European, Asian. I respect everyone as a human being. Okay. So I just want to emphasize, if you feel like this is for you want bling bling or what, unfortunately, I'm not that kind of a person. If you feel there's something about me that you don't like, please forgive me. I can't change who I am. This is who God created me to be, Anditika. So let's respect each other. Let's have fun today listening to Jah Praiser. I chose Jah Praiser today because Jah Praiser music touches a lot of people. And he's an international musician. He covers Zimbabwe, he's all over Africa and all over the world, Anditika. So I'll be selecting musicians from time to time. So before Zuckerberg bans me, I would like to say I have no rights to playing this music, but I'm playing it because I bought the disc and I love Jah Praiser and I'm promoting and celebrating his music. Okay. Whilst on that, I would also like to take this opportunity whilst I'm doing my introduction to this product. Okay, Tell Fast suspension. Okay, so this product, Tell Fast suspension, if you have got children that have got allergies. We here in South Africa, especially Cape Town where I am, guys, it's so difficult. We suffer a lot with children from allergies, even adults. This is a new product, and this product is a Zimbabwean product made by a Zimbabwean. Is the best allergy medicine in South Africa. So Tell Fast, please, if anyone knows this company, holla to this girl. Hello, Tell Fast. Thank you so much for an amazing product. Thank you so much for the Telfast suspension. I've got 2 kids that inherited bad allergies from the father, and this medicine has worked well. So what happens with allergies? It has been making my kids to have tonsillitis. Like every month they suffer from tonsillitis. I'm telling you, because I canceled medical aid due to high bills, like 5,000 for 3 people. It was way too much for me, and I couldn't afford it. So we are off medical aid. But every month I was pumping roughly about 2,000 rands a month to buy medicine for like Allicet. My daughter was using Allicet. My son was using Allergex. And on top of that, I had to buy the sprays for the nose. But with the Telfast, I've been using it for my kids for 2 months. Trust me, guys, I'll never come and say things that is wrong. I've been using this product for 2 months. It has been working. It's amazing. This is the old bottle, and this is the new bottle. As you can see, I just gave them now. It's just 2.5 mils. It they say, according to them, to my doctor, Telfast, this medicine, it actually goes to the brains, to that thing, I don't know, I'm not a doctor, that causes allergies. So this thing, it controls and it tells the thing that is causing the allergies to say, stop it, hey, this child needs a break. So this medicine, so far I see it's mainly for children up to from 2 to 11 years, and 6 months. It's actually safe for children 6 months to 11 months. So guys, I would like also to acknowledge this Zimbabwean product. As you can see, it's a Zimbabwean product, okay, but it's famous in South Africa. It's being sold in South Africa. All pharmacies, you can find it in Discam, Clicks. Please get this product. It's a bit pricey compared to other allergy medicine. Why? Because it's expensive, but it's worth it, okay. So guys, our live video is starting at 8 p.m. and we are left with exactly 16 minutes to go before our live. So I'm going to allow you to listen a little bit to our Mr. Mukombe now. Mr. Mukombe ja praise vachiti tira tuntwavo. So okay. So we are back to Mr. Ja Praiser vachitiridzira tichiteerera hedu whilst waiting for our time, and whilst I'm setting my 1 2 3 things. Have you? Hello, waiting for next Jah Praises song, guys, coming up. I'm just waiting for 8 p.m. our time for our live 999. Let's see which one is coming up. Mukuwasha 999 kana chiziva kuti uri mukuwasha mawana ako apere naye mukuwasha muonde apere kudyiwa. Akomana Dorofia aribatike Dorofia bvunzo saka kurira kumusha. Kwasha Temura danda uratidze kuti uri mukuwasha naye.
Ndikamora mkoko wangu ushusina masana shona mura nikutaku ingana kubatira ikwaya ndikamora mkoko wangu ushusina masana sheria ya makandi baimenye mwana yango zikare mando itu ndoza malema sheria ya makandi baimenye mwana yango zikare mando itu ndoza malema.
Tichiteerera hedu kumaslow James twaJah Praiser 9 takangomirira kuti nguva dzedu dzisvike pana 8 o'clock. Masara 7 minutes, guys. Yo vanzi chimbotipa practice naitai itaiga sadare yosawirawo mumusha medu ivo paugere ayerudo sanyeremoya ivo paugere Nine. That's Jah praiser for us. Hanzi mukuwasha kwazvimba kunodiwa kuwasha 999 ukaroora mukadzi wakwazvimba zvauya futi ndakanganwa chirunguka. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, where I come from, in a place called Zvimba Murombedzi, former President Mugabe's homeland. We appreciate the sons-in-laws, Bakwenyanas 999. So they are expected a lot from them, hardworking, providing for the in-laws, and a lot. But now, guys, whilst for the coming 6 minutes before the live starts, let's listen to my favorite on this album. This is my favorite gem on this album. Okay, it's called Munyaradzi. I just love the gem. Nothing personal about it, but I just love the gem. Yekutambudzika payoidzika nematamanda yepo kuva munyaradzi ndinendave munyaradzi kuva munyaradzi ndinendave munyaradzi ndirimo munamondega tapotana tanga tatokonana kose komwena mirima yaura mega takonana tanga tatokonana mutichiyo tosangana mberiyo takonana tanga tatokonana eyakazosara yozara nemasana takonana tanga tatokonana ungazokanganwa ngokaitirova mushando gumbeze rimwe chete rangwenge vanzini wako wakazouauleka wakasina mubato maiva yacho ndaitoronga muchato ndiona tapotane nguva yacho ndaitoronga muchato na tapotane sango aineuya kunyangwe mvura yekutambudzika payaizika nematamanda iwepo kuva munyaradzi kuva munyaradzi ndinendave munyaradzi ndirimo munamondega takonana tanga tatokonana kose komwenda mberi mayaura mega takonana tanga tatokonana mutichiyo tosangana mberiyo tanga tatokanyana tanga tatokonana aiwa urumbo mukoma ndaingena zvoega asi muhana taingitavaga ukama ndoyesa kubata wanike kwaesa marume kuinga kwachena asi handina chiyesa zvose zviye kwaingova kutungana kwengobvi varume anouya kuhopendire ndeve rumwe rudzi varume zvose zviye kwaingova kutungana kwendudzi varume anouya kuhopendirere rumwe dzacho ndeve rumwe rudzi varume 999 tichitaka warm up 999 ko Okay. That's my favorite song, to Jah Praiser. Thank you so much for this song, Munyarazi. It's my favorite song, my favorite. But let's go to the next one. We are just left with a minute now. Just a minute. Let me take a sip. Just a minute. So if you have got your favorite on this album, just let me know so that I can play it, guys. Your favorite. 99999. I'm running out of time. Oh my god, this is exactly 8 o'clock. So we are going back to live. 999. We are going to live. Hello everyone. Welcome to my live. My name is Jean Uzai Kiditeng Chirenje Kobole 99ka. So I said today I'm also going to try. Oh my god. Okay, I've just got a warning that because I'm playing music, Zuckerberg says why am I playing the music? I'm stop the music, playing the music on my live because I'm not in. But I've already said before my video site started, I do not own the rights to play this music. It's not my music. It's Jah Praiser Mukombe's music. But anyway, I just got a warning now from Zuckerberg that whatever, you know what they do with these warnings now. So before I'm blocked or before they stop my video, guys, if you see my video stopped today just because of that, I'm not so sure what they want me to do exactly, but I've already informed and I've already highlighted it. I'm playing the music because I appreciate Jah Praiser, the owner of the music. I do not have the rights to play the music like anyone else. I just appreciate the artist, and I'm playing and supporting his music and also marketing for his music free of charge. Okay, so I'm not so sure, Mr. Zuckerberg and Facebook people, if you want to block my video, for what reason. Okay, my live is starting. Like I said again, I'll redo my introduction whilst I was just setting up my things. Welcome, people. Oh, finally, thank God it's a Friday. How is your Friday, guys? My week was so hectic. It was so difficult. It was so tiresome. So in South Africa, where I am residing, where I am a resident, I've got 2 kids aged 8 and 4 years, Jennifer and Ryan. And Jennifer at a school which is like not private, but not government. It's in between. Okay, it's in between government and private. The school that my child goes, they've introduced the 2 groups, even though yesterday the president banned that no children should be going to school. So my daughter was put in group B and there is group A. So group B was at school last week and my daughter this week was home, which means I had to homeschool her because the teachers give us the schoolwork, which is a lot of schoolwork that it's like you have to teach like your child from morning to afternoon for you to be able to cover the work that is given for a week. So I had my daughter, I have my work, I've got my 4-year-old son, my 5-year-old son. Oh, I keep saying 4. My 5-year-old son who does not even want to hear about school, but he's so demanding. He loves to eat. I'm cooking, I'm working, I'm moving up and down. I had things that needed me to drive up and down. I had to drive up and down, do meetings, meet people, and I've messed up a lot of my meeting schedules this week. So I just had a very, very busy, difficult week. So I was looking forward to this Friday, which because of what happened yesterday, I was almost postponing this video because I was so exhausted and I don't know if I had the energy to do it. But anyway, enough about my boring schedule and my life. We are today, I just want to give an introduction, which I'd already done, but to those people that are joining me, my name is Jean Kiditeng Ludzai Chirenje Kobole. Okay, so my names come from 2 families. My mother is from Botswana, but she was raised in Zimbabwe. But her father she's 100% Tswana. My father is 100% Zimbabwean from Mashonaland Central. My Central, okay, my Central. Big up to Chiweshe, guys. I'm a girl from my Central, but I grew up with my maternal side of the family, which is my mother's side in Mashonaland West. Mashonaland West is a province in Zimbabwe again, a few kilometers away from Harare, close to the city, but it's also famous because the former president of Zimbabwe, Robert Gabriel Mugabe, used to come from that place. Anyway, he's resting in peace in Murombe, in Zvimba district, in a place called Kutama. So I grew up in Zvimba. And when I talk, I will never stop talking about Zvimba. Forgive me from everyone all over the world. If you want me to talk about where you come from or your home place or anything about your provinces, please feel free to inbox me. Give me a brief introduction so that I'll also let the world know about your place, where you come from, the schools you went to, the life that you used to live to. So this is all about me. Even in South Africa, if you grew up in Eastern Cape, the challenges that you faced as a child growing up, this is all about my videos. Okay, it's about talking about our past, our childhood, reviving those childhood memories. We are who we are today because of our childhood memories. Okay, so if you want me to talk about where you come from, Eastern Cape, I normally say I'm Kosa, I'm from King Williamstown, or I'm from Bantatiela, because I've got friends that come from those places. Okay, and I also say my isdumo, like mutupo wangu is umahadebe umutumkulu. But anyway, my mutupo, my totem, I'm not ashamed to say it, even though in our culture they say if you say it in public, it's easy for people to bewitch you. But me, I'm a child of God. I'm a born again child of God. I'm not ashamed to say it. I received Jesus Christ is the Lord and King of my Savior. So I believe my life is in the... Okay, I'm not taking calls right now. So Sissy Joy, I'm so sorry, I can't take your call right now, but you can just send a message or put your comment on the comments, then I will address whatever you are saying. Otherwise it will interrupt the video. So I can't take calls, guys. I'm sorry at this stage. So what was I saying? Okay, yes, I was talking about my totem. So I'm proudly Emma Moyo, 100% the heart. Where your heart is, the organ, the most important organ of the human body part or any animal body part. That's my totem. That's why I'm so special and so unique. Okay, dada nerudzi rwako, dada nemtupo wako, nai. Tinana mangwenya, tinana chihera, tinana mukanya, tinana soko, tinana maduve, tinana nyati, muti mkulu here in South Africa, makadebe. So we have got so many totems that we are so proud of. Nana masibanda and all that. We appreciate you guys with your totems. Naika. It's just an introduction. So this is me, my introduction, my background, my family. I'm mixed, 100% mixed, guys. I'm mixed. My mother is Tswana, my father is Shona. So Shona and Tswana has got Shona Tswana. So this is me, guys. You can see I've got my bed mixed combination, my skin. I know when you say whatever. I bleach, I what, guys. I really not talking about that. I really don't care. This is this is me, this is my skin tone, this is what I am. I'm proud of myself, my nails, my hands, my everything. This is me. Okay, we are not going to talk about it. I also emphasize no body shaming, no insulting anyone. Let's have normal conversation and let's have fun. So whilst I'm talking about where I grew up in Murombezi, KwaZvimba. Okay, I'll emphasize and highlight that KwaZvimba is a place that is a few kilometers away from Harare. It's a beautiful place. We do not have good agricultural soil. We have got that soil that needs fertilizers for your crops to grow. But that's Zvimba. It's beautiful. We have got our growth point called Murombezi Growth Point. Okay, it's very famous because the people there, when I was growing up, when I was young, they used to love Thomas Mapfumo Mukanya. Big up to Mukanya for highlighting and putting Murombezi on the spot. Big up to you, Mukanya. I'm going to say big up. If you want anyone could happy with Sando Zake or big ups, please put on my comment or inbox me so that we do a big up 999 and appreciate the people that We grew up with the people that made us who we are. So Murombezi Zvimba is a place that is a few kilometers from Harare. It's close to Norton. It's close to Kutama. We are also close to Chinoi. We are also close to Chegutu. Those are other towns in Zimbabwe that are close to Murombezi Zvimba. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about where I grew up in Murombezi. So what happened is my grandfather, my mother's father, was born in Botswana. Like I said, he was a Tswana man. May his soul continue to rest in peace. He came to Zimbabwe because then Zimbabwe in Africa had the best educations all over Africa then during that era. I'm not so sure right now of the years, but I can find it out on my mother's birth certificate and other stuff. But he came from Botswana to go to Kutama College. Kutama College is where President Robert Mugabe and all most famous people did their education. So my maternal grandfather left Botswana and moved to Zimbabwe for educational purposes. Whilst in Zimbabwe, he attended his school at Kutama College. Those that know Kutama College, it was famous in my grandfather's era. It was famous in Mr. Mugabe's era. It's still famous in my era, okay? In my generation when I grew up, oh my God, all the guys from Maristi Brothers, all the girls know about it, hey? You need a guy from Maristi Brothers, the guys with the blue blazers. Big up to Kutama College, Kutama Mission, Kutama. I've got a lot to say about Kutama 999. So Maristi Brothers, that's where my grandfather relocated from Botswana for educational purposes. He wanted to do what they called then Standard 6. I don't know in this generation what value is Standard 6. Please, I wasn't there, so I wouldn't know as well. So he came to Kutama to do his Standard 6. He passed this Standard 6, and Zimbabwe was still good then because we're using pound. We're using pounds as our Zimbabwean currency. As you all know, Zimbabwe was colonized by Britain, so we used to use the Zimbabwean pound. Also, I was so lucky when I was 1980 something. I also saw my grandmother, she still had the pound coins, which they were using as their currency then. So Zimbabwe was much better than Botswana. Botswana wasn't as developed as it is now. It wasn't better than Zimbabwe. Neither was South Africa. Zimbabwe was still the breadbasket of Africa. Zimbabwe was still on the map. So my grandfather relocated from Botswana to Zimbabwe for educational purposes. Now the story continues. Whilst he was in Zimbabwe for educational policies, he finished his Standard 6. His brother, who is my only surviving grandfather right now in Botswana, Uncle Justice Kobole. Big up to you, Grandpa in Botswana. Big up to my family in Botswana. Uncle Justice, you are my grandpa. I'm also talking about you today. Shout out to you, my grandpa. He also speaks Shona fluently because he learned at Kutama College as well. So their father was sending them to Kutama College to get the best education then in Africa. So my grandfather, when he finished, his young brother came. After my grandfather finished his Standard 6, which was something, I think like A-level, or I don't know what standard, but it was a very good thing. He managed to get a teaching post in Zimbabwe, and he managed to get a position as a headmaster. Zimbabwe was good for any other Africans. It was like what Julius Malema always say, Africa for all. So they were also accommodating all the Africans that were coming to Zimbabwe to study. It wasn't that difficult about getting papers or permit, what. It was easy flow. My grandfather managed to find work in Zimbabwe. My grandfather then, the first school that he managed to teach was called Matora Nembe Primary School. Now this is where the story begins and becomes interesting. Matora Nembe Primary School is a school that is 15 kilometers, 5 miles. No, 5 kilometers, 5 miles. I think something like that. 5 kilometers or 1.5. I'm not so sure. Please help me. But it was like 5 miles from Matora Nembe to Murombezi Growth Point. My grandfather managed to get a place to teach. So Matora Nembe Primary School wasn't a government, but a missionary school. As you know, then in Zimbabwe, we had a lot of missionaries, people that came all over from Europe to teach about Jesus in Africa and do whatever they did. I might not be aware of all much of the details, okay? So my grandfather, whilst he was teaching in Matora Nembe Primary School, my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, my mother's mother, and his family were residing in Chitenderi. Chitenderi is like is like the village next to Matora Nembe. It's Matora Nembe is actually in Chitenderi village. Okay, so my grandmother was residing in Chitenderi village with his family. This was the Mutimume or Morris family or Mutimume family. Big up to all the Mutimume family and all the or my maternal mother's side's family. Big up to you guys. I'm also mentioning you because it's part of my history. I will not be ashamed to talk about it. Okay. So whilst they were residing there, there was chemistry between this Motswana guy and this Zimbabwean girl from Chitenderi. That's how my grandmother and my grandmother met this Botswana man from Botswana. They met in the at school in the village. Obvious on weekends the guys would go to Chitenderi and he saw this dark black beautiful girl called Dorothy Chomsora. Dorothy Chomsora Mtemererwa Mtimume. That was my grandmother's name. And the gentleman, you know, the chemistry started and the twinkling. And my grandfather decided to marry my grandmother. He married my grandmother and they went to Botswana because those days there was, according to my grandmother, because I grew up with my grandmother, she told me in that era that when you are married, you were supposed to have two celebrations of your marriage. One celebration from the husband's side, another celebration, wedding celebration from the wife's side. So they did a wedding celebration at St. Kizito. St. Kizito is a Catholic church in Murombedzi in Zimba. That's the biggest Catholic church there at the Growth Point. It's called St. Kizito, named after the Saint Kizito. Kizito the Saint. So it's called Saint Kizito Parish. It's a parish in Zimba Murombedzi. It's a Catholic church. They got married there and then they went to Botswana and then they remarried. The Botswana people came to Zimbabwe to celebrate and the Zimbabweans went to Botswana to celebrate my grandmother's wedding. So this is how my family got the name Kobole. So the Kobole, it's a Tswana name. My mother is from a place called Tutume in Botswana. Tutume is a few kilometers out of Francistown. That's where my family is. Right now they are there. It's a big family there. My mother is the only one in Zimbabwe. The Kobole, the only surviving one in Zimbabwe right now. The rest of the family is in Botswana. Shout out to the Koboles in Botswana. Big up. I respect my uncles, my mothers, my sisters, and my aunts. Back to the story in Matora Nembe. So this is how my grandmother and my grandfather met. Okay. They met and my grandfather bought land in Zimbabwe in Chitenderi from his father-in-law who was a sabuk, a headman at that time, so that he can settle with his wife because it was difficult for my grandmother to relocate leaving a family away. So he bought land close to his father-in-law and they built their family there. And then my grandfather, Mr. Gobole, also was moved to Mandu Primary School where he was also a headmaster there. Whilst he was a headmaster there, my grandmother was staying with his baby sister, my Mandu, who ended up getting married to Mandu as well. So when you see me related to the people in Mandu, Mandu is also another village in Mujimba Murombedzi. Yeah, it's because my grandmother's sister was married to Mandu. I'll also say big up to my grandmother's big brother or elder brother, Mr. Mtemererwa. All of you, I think majority of people from Rombez, you know him. That was my Sekuru, my grandmother's brother, Mr. Mtemererwa. Big up to B. Morris. He was well known and famous for, he was a choir master, Mazorera Primary School and all Mashonal and West. He was the best choir master and he won a lot of awards for his school. Big up to him, my grandfather. He was my grandfather because he was my grandmother's brother. I also say big up to the Chimanga family. My Chimanga was my grandmother's elder sister. She was married to Chimanga anyway. Big up to Mandaza family in Dombo Shava. I'll say big up. These are also important people. They are my family. My other grandmother's sister was married to Dombo Shava, Kunonzi kwa Mandaza. Big up to the Mandaza family in Dombo Shava. Big up to Magejo family. The last born in my grandmother was my Magejo. She was also married and started a family, bought land and started a family in Zimba as well. Okay, enough about my family. So this is how I came to be someone from Marsh Central residing in Mashonaland West. It's because of my grandmother and I was staying with my grandmother, my maternal grandmother. Okay. enough about my family, guys. Story for another day. Anyway, let's move up to Matora Nembe Primary School. Matora Nembe, like I said again in the video, in the previous video, Matora Nembe Primary School is where I attended my grade 0 to grade 7. Okay, this is Matora Nembe means you have taken the clothes. Okay, Nembe in Shona is clothes for ladies, or for animal skin clothes, which was designed for ladies that they used to wear then before we had these clothes and all these materials. Okay, so the name, that river used to take like people's clothes. So it was famous in the flooding and rain season. It used to take the clothes away from people. That's why it was named Matora Nembe. You have taken the clothes away is the name of the river. Big up to everyone who knows Matora Nembe. Matora Nembe Primary School also had the government of Zimbabwe built a very beautiful high school called Matora Nembe High School, where I did my high school. Guys, life in Murombe Zvimba was like fabulous. It was the life. It was like better than Harare, to be honest with you, and not undermining anyone that grew up in township or what. We had big houses. Some had electricity, some didn't have electricity. We used to have those stoves we used to use firewood and yeah, firewood and yeah, firewood mainly for everything. So big up to everyone, guys. Taibika nehuni nemoto nemarasha, taibika makeks nemarasha, taibika chingwa nemarasha. We also used to make amazing dishes. My grandmother Michael Bole was so famous for cooking, so she used to move around all over Zimba and some provinces, teaching women how to use the traditional methods to make food. Like I grew up eating jelly. My grandmother used to make jelly. She used to go to the river, Matura Nembe River, and get the sand from the river and put it in a sack. That woolen sack masaga angai. She used to put the sand, river sand, wet river sand in that sack in winter, and she tied that river sand on the tree or a guava tree or a mango tree. Automatically it became a fridge. So that was our refrigerator. We used to use river sand and water as our refrigerator. And we used to make jelly. We had a lot of fruit trees. We had a big orchard, oranges, lemons, peaches, mangoes, guavas. It's like too many to mention. So we used to make jelly, guava jellies, fruit jellies, and all that from scratch. We never use this powdered jelly that people of these days we are now using. My grandmother used to make jelly using starting from scratch, like making her own gelatin. So my cooking skills, to those that know me, I'm a very good cook and I love cooking, did not start from my high school. I also learned a lot from my high school how to cook, but I learned the modern way of cooking. But the traditional way of, or the what do you call it, the what's the right word to use, Kuti? The traditional methods of making modern foods, like Madeira cake. We used to make Madeira cake with firewood, with ingredients from scratch. Would make nice Madeira cake. My grandmother would make nice banana loaf cakes. So I lived a good life in the rural area. We used to have our chickens that were giving us eggs. We used to have our chickens that were giving us meat. We used to have pigs. We used to have a poultry like pigs, and we used to sell the pigs. That was then when my grandmother was too young and active, before her health deteriorated and she wasn't active, and then everything else deteriorated. But during the good days, we used to have everything good, so our life was actually much better. I never missed anything between Harare and Chinhoyi or Chegutu. The only time I know, like the only thing that I loved about going to Chinhoyi, obvious, was also like getting ice cream and all that, but majority of the stuff we have. Now I'm moving to Murombedzi. Okay, so like I said, Murombe is a growth point that is not far away from the city center. For those that would love to visit Zimbabwe, I would say you need to go see. I don't know whether where President Robert Mugabe was buried is allowed for public to view, but you can pass through the main road to Murombe. You will see his residential place, President Robert Mugabe's place, on your way to Murombe. Murombe is beautiful because you see we have got beautiful caves, especially in our yard, and so many mountains and the caves. We have got mountains, it's mountainous, it has got beautiful organic fruit trees. in the mountains. We have got natural herbs and vegetables that grow from the earth. We have got caveman paintings, those caveman paintings, if you heard about the cavemen. So if you want to visit Zimbabwe and see the original paintings that were made by those bushmen, exactly, they used to call them the bushman paintings, please visit Chitenderi village in Zimba. Visit Chitenderi village in Zimba. You see the caveman paintings originally. Those paintings, they were making them, does not fade away, does not go away. They are still there as I speak right now. I'm telling you, and I promise you, next time I visit, it has been long since after I lost my grandmother. I had a terrible heartbreak. I couldn't go back Kwazimba. But I'm promising you, I'm making a U-turn to go back and restart my life without my grandmother in Zimba. And definitely I'll make a video and show you what I'm talking about. So watch out for that video. As soon as COVID is done, I'm going to go to Zimba and show you what I'm talking about. Zimba is beautiful. Okay, now we go to the famous growth point. Let me take a sip. So to those that are joining me, I got a bottle of Pongras. Okay, I love grapes, I love whiskey, but because we have been banned of whiskey, I had to open my Pongras, which is a champopo, taurana jinimbi. Okay, champopo. I'm enjoying it by myself. I'm not a public drinker. I drink in my house alone by myself. I lock my door because I don't want my kids to see me drinking. So when I drink, I come to this room. This is this room in my house where I do my things and have my privacy and drink my shampoo. Okay, that's why you can see the background is the cupboards. I'm not going to the lounge because I don't want to invade my kids' space. I'm not going anywhere because I don't want to invade my kids' space or any other room. Okay, so this is my space now so that I can do my life. Okay. So guys, let's move to Mrombedzi. I'm going to say shout out. If you want anyone to be shout out, give me the heads up. I'll give the shout out to your family. Okay, I'll say shout out to Mr. Chidari Kire. Mr. Chidari Kire. Oh my God, I will not talk about Mrombedzi without mentioning that person. I know many people will say Jean is biased when she talks about Chidari Kire. I'm not biased, guys. This is my honest truth. I would have said this and I will say this without any opinion or anyone manipulating me or saying anything. Guys, Chidari Kire did a lot of good things from Rombedzi. Big up to the Chidari Kire family. Big up to Mr. Chidari Kire. May your soul continue to rest in peace. We honor all the good things that you have done from Rombedzi. We respect and appreciate Makati Pinza Machena Pam Rombedzi Naika. So guys, for some of you that know, Mr. Chidari Kire was one of the famous businessmen. According to my grandmother and the story that I heard, Mr. Chidari Kire started as a sewing person. He was a sewing person. He started small, and when he started small, then he started growing up. But I heard he started as a sewing person. I don't know what term do you give to those people, whether it's accurate or it's incorrect. This is how this guy started his business, Chidari Kire. For some of the people that don't know, I know because my grandmother and and the Sharikire family know each other from way long back. So I really quite have a good history about them. So he started as a sewing person, and then he built a butcher, he built a big supermarket, a hyper supermarket, guys. Murombezi had a hyper supermarket. When Mr. Mbanga was teaching us in high school what a hyper supermarket, I used to say, oh wow, so we actually have got a hyper supermarket in Murombezi where you can find hardware things, where you can find grocery things, where you can find clothing things, everything in one bigger supermarket, which he had an upstairs. That's so amazing, guys. So this man put us on the map. A lot of people used to travel from different places just to come to Mrombezi to have shopping at the Shidari Kiri, right. And he also had an amazing bakery where he used to supply from Kutama, the president's home, and the war of Jimba, and used to go to Chegutu all the way to Chinoi, halfway to Chinoi, because his brother also had some businesses and a bakery in Chinoi. But they used to do that. So for us, big up to him because he did put Murombezi on the map, and the service station, if I remember very well, when I grew up, that was the only service station that was working in Murombezi. Everyone that would pass to Chinoi or Kariba or Karoi. So Murombezi is also your route to Chinoi. It's also your route to Karoi. It's also your route to Kariba, the famous Lake Kariba. If you have never been to Kariba, guys, I'm gonna talk about Kariba one day. And I'm telling you, when COVID is over, I would like to go do trips and do recordings and big up to all the people and the local people. So watch out for me. I'm coming for you. Okay. So now I'm done with Mr. Shdari Kire. May his soul continue rest in peace. He passed away in a car accident, but he left his family. I'm not so sure how things are right now, but big up to them and big up to the family. They helped us, they made us on the map, and they supplied us with a lot of things. And I'm going to the next family. I'm going to say to the next businessman who was there. Many people now, you might not know them. I'll say big up to Shiri, Mr. Shiri. There was Mr. Shiri who had a shop down after Shidari Kire. Big up to the Shiri family. I'm not so sure what's happening to them, but Mr. Shiri also did his part, and I'm not so sure where he is. If he's late, may he so continue to rest in peace. I'll go to the next one. Big up to Mr. Chawira. Okay, Mr. Chawira also had this small shop down the same road after Mr. Shidari Kire. Mr. Chawira also was a local businessman in the same street with Mr. Shidari Kire that also put us on the map. They were supplying us with a grocery shop. And I think if I'm not so sure, confusing who between Mr. Chawira and Mr. Shiri, who also used to be a tailor or doing the sewing thing, okay? I'll also go to the next businessman. There was a saloon. The first saloon that I also knew down the road was My Jenami. Big up to the Jenami family. My Jenami, may your soul continue to rest in peace. She had a saloon at the corner. Moving from there, I go to the Nyachowe's. And there is a butcher that I also forget that was next to the Nyachowe. If anyone can remember that, guys, if anyone can remember the name of the butcher that was next to Nyacho, I forgot the name, but guys, big up to that butcher also. It supplied us with meat. Not forgetting the famous Paraffin family. Big up to Paraffin family, guys. Paraffin family was also as big as the Shidarikires, but after the father passed away, Shidarikire became more bigger because he was still there. You know how these things are, man. So big up to Paraffin family. I heard Paraffin did a lot of good things. He was also generous to St. Kizito, just like the Shidarikire and all the business people. Big up to them. And there was the bar, there was the butcher, there was the grocery shop, and there was the Chigayo. The famous Chigayo was Kwa Paraffin in Naika. We used to take our maize meal to have it grinded, converted into mealie meal at Paraffin. Okay, big up to the Paraffin family wherever they are. May he so continue rest in peace. Blessings and peace to all his families. Amen. I'll move to the next famous one was Mutongerwa, guys. How can I not talk of Murombezi forgetting Mutongerwa? Big up and shout out to Mutongerwa, guys. Mutongerwa built our first hotel in Murombezi. They hosted our first hotel in Murombezi. Nice. Mutongerwa, they had a hotel. Actually, they had a lot of things. They had a hotel, they had a bar, they had like a pub, like a nightclub kind of thing. They had a grocery shop, they had a takeaway, just like the Shidari Kires. Big up to the Mutongerwa family. I'm not so sure if my Mutongerwa is still there. If she's not there, may so continue to rest in peace. When I grew up, it was my Mutongerwa that was running the business area. Big up to you guys and all the family's members. There's a lot of guys that I'll talk about another day, but today I'm just doing shout out to all the business people. Please forgive me if I leave your name out. Please let me know, remind me of all the other names. Now we need to appreciate these people. They played a big role and put Murombezi on the map. Murombezi was so famous. Our town was so neat. I'm also going to go to Musika. There were a lot of ladies wakabata Musika and made it famous. They were receiving parcels for us from people from Harare. Okay, I'll talk about that on another day, but today I'm saying shout out to the businesses. Guys, how can I talk of other businesses forgetting the Masango? Big up to Masango family, guys. They had, when I grow up, the butcher. They also had a shop. They also had some lodges. I don't know what were they referred for. It wasn't a hotel, but like lodges. And they were also providing accommodation for our local prostitutes in I. Oh, sorry, I'm not so sure if the word prostitute is allowed for our local professional sex workers of that era. 9999. Forgive me, guys, for using the word prostitute. They are not called prostitutes. They are called professional sex workers. Big up to that Masango area. They provided lodges and accommodation that were used by our professional sex workers in Murombezi Zvimba, and a lot of these sex workers would come from different places to look for accommodation and rent apartments. Some would do, I don't know whether minutes or hours, but majority of them were staying there and paying rent to the Masango. So Masango and the Mtongeros were providing accommodation for our sex workers. We can never forget that career, guys. I will be as real as possible. Commercial sex workers are famous. Thank you. I'm not forgetting. Thank you, Chiera, for Chiroza family, Matamba family. Thank you. I'll write it down. Matamba family and Chiroza family. Thank you, Chiera. I will not forget them. So, the Masango family used to provide accommodation for our professional sex workers. Guys, those ladies did a good job. They performed their job. That was their profession. Whether our culture accepts that sex work is a profession or not, professional sex work is a job, it's a career on its own. Some people are rich, some people are multi-millionaires. God hates it or God not like it, I don't know. I'm not God. Only God knows who is God, who is the judge of all of us. So professional sex workers were there in Murombezi because it was a busy hub. I'm not so sure right now if we still have professional sex workers in Murombezi. Those that are on the ground, please inbox me, hold up me, so that I respect and acknowledge those professional sex workers. They were playing a big role. They were providing the service that was needed. Because they were there, it means the men in Murombezi needed them. So we appreciate those sex workers, not because I've got anything to do with them or I support that. Supporting it or not, whether I also had a husband during that era, the reality of the story is commercial sex workers were there in Murombezi and were operating fully, and their services were known, and we grew up knowing these are commercial sex workers. If anyone needs a service, you go to them, you get a quotation, you get a price, you go to the room. Okay, so there is nothing to be ashamed of. Professional sex workers were there. Okay, we move now. I spoke about Darikire, and I spoke about Nyachowe. I spoke about Chawira. Oh, big up to Chawira, guys. The Chawira sons are also running up the businesses. If you need any hardware, Chawira Huggins has got a hardware at Mrombezi. Big up to Huggins Chawira. Inbox me for adverts and whatever you have, specials that you have. Every Friday, I'll be telling people about what you're doing. Anyone that has got any business in Mrombezi, inbox me, then we can talk, and I'll advertise for you now and let people know what you are doing. If you are a sex worker, guys, don't be ashamed. Hola me, hola me, hola me, hola me. We advertise your services. It's your job, it's your career. I'm not good. I'm not going to judge anyone. Big up to Mr. Chiroza. May your soul rest in peace. Mr. Chiroza was also on the main road to the hospital. If you know Zimba District Rural Council is the main road that you go. Mr. Chiroza also had a big shop, a grocery shop that was there. Mr. Chiroza also had a Chigayo grinding mill, and yeah, I can't remember much of the stuff, but he had a big store. Big up to the Chiroza family. They also put us on the map. After Chiroza family, there's a lot that I'm skipping, but I'll come back to them. There's Matambo Butchery. That was the butcher that I was looking for. Big up to the Mr. Matambo. I'm not so sure whether he's alive or what. If he's not with us, may his soul continue to rest in peace. Blessings to the family. They put us on the mark. And then after that, that was Nyachowe. Big up to the Nyachowes. My tete is married to the Nyachowes. We have got two beautiful daughters with the Nyachowes. Hey, so big up to all you guys who put us on the map. I'm now coming back, guys. I mentioned Jenami, I mentioned Chawira, I mentioned Shiri. There was another shop between Shidari Kire and Chidarikire and Anashiri. There were some shops that were there. I don't know who were the owners as well. They put us on the map. Maybe they were renting or what. And there was also Mrombezi Hair Salon. I first did my PEMO in Mrombezi Hair Salon. Big up to Mrombezi Hair Salon and all the Mrombezi family. So Mrombezi name is derived from the people. It's a big family called the Mrombezi family, where Mr. Chidari Kire got his wife. Nai. He got his wife from the Mrombezi family. Big up to the Murombezi family. They also had a Murombezi saloon there, 999. Big up, I got my first PEM or something like that there in that saloon. Big up to the Murombezi guys. Now I'm moving. I left the bars. We had the famous Chibuku beer, Chibuku Bawa. Chibuku Bar. It was the biggest bar in Murombezi called Chibuku. Oh, Chibuku Bar was so famous. People used to drink that traditional umkomboti in Zimbabwe called Chibuku there. I am not so sure who the owner was or how it was run, but big up to Chibuku. People used to go there, stand outside there. That was Chibuku. Next to Chibuku was the famous Jangaja. Jangaja became famous in my generation, guys. Jangaja was a famous guy. I didn't know him. I don't want to lie. I didn't know him. I'd never entered inside. I just know Jangaja Bar was just famous for music and like kind of an upcoming nightclub kind of a thing. Big up to the Jangaja. They put us on the market 9. Big up to you, Jangaja. I don't know where he is, whether he's still alive or what, but big up to the Jangaja family. And yeah, thank you for putting Murombezi on the spot. Now I moved to the post office. On the center of everything of Murombezi was the Murombezi post office. I had my first bank account at Murombezi post office. They used to have bank accounts for us. Me and my friend Pepe Chirume. Hello Pepe, shout out to you. I know you and me had our first bank account at post office. We used to stay with our grandmothers. So our grannies opened our POSB's bank accounts there. And every time my granny did like have harvested and sells the crops to GMP and the grains and stuff, she used to put a lump sum of money into my POSB account. And my mother also used to put money into my POSB account. Big up to Post Office Murombezi. And the Post Office Murombezi, thank you so much for telecoms for putting that landline. Oh, story for another day, guys. That landline, I used that landline, guys. God forgive me. I used the landline at the post office. I used the landline. If you didn't know how the landline was used, I'm sorry. You missed out. My generation with access of landlines. I used the landline at Murombezi post office like nobody's business. Shout out to those that know what the landline was used for. I used it. Story for another day, guys. Shout out to you, all of you. Let me have a sip, guys. My throat is getting dry. Thanks again. Shout out to Mkanya for getting me a bottle of Ponkras. I used to think this shampoo was so out of the blue, guys, but it's nothing that is famous as it's people. There is nothing. Listen to me, guys. Anyone from Rombezi, if you hear of champagne, shampoo, what, it's just an expensive brand, Ponkras, what, just an expensive grapes. These are grapes, just expensive. Yeah, quite a bit of taste, but if you know my taste, I'm a whiskey gin person. This is not like me. But anyway, famous shampoo. Big up to Mkanya. I opened it today. It's my Christmas present for 2019. Thank you, Mkanya. I'm enjoying it today. I opened my champagne bottle. I'm going to finish it today, okay? Let's move on, guys. I'm going to big up. Who else, guys? I'm checking on my status. Okay, guys. I'm going to say big out. Now I think I've said everything. Guys, tell me. Chawagwinyira was the name of the saloon. Yes, Chawagwinyira. Thank you, Chiera. Thank you so much, Mildred Phillips, Chiera. Chidarikire. Vachirodza, Vaigona, Dumukwa. Yes. Big up to the Dumukwa guys. The Dumukwas were also famous. They were famous for their agriculture. They were famous for producing fruits. They were famous for Nzimbe, guys. If you knew Nzimbe sugarcane, we had the most amazing sugarcane from the Dumukwa family. Mr. Dumukwa was a hard-working man. He was very strict and hard-working. I knew him. May his soul continue rest in peace. And big up to the Dumukwa family, guys. That was amazing. They produced a lot of vegetables and everything from Rombezi. I'm reading my messages. I would like also to say big up to my Murambiwa. My Murambiwa was the cleaner. She used to clean the Murombezi Musika. May she continue to rest in peace. Not forgetting Mr. Akagwada was a free-spirited man. I had by Zoro. Big up to Zoro. Zoro Rairusike Chaima, Mai Chaima. Shout out to you. Shout out to Chiera, Mildred Phillips. Shout out to you guys for giving me the names that I'm forgetting. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys, on my live, sending all the comments. Okay, so I mentioned Am I Bezero? Okay, big up to my Bezo. Vaibika Sada, Mabazi Esaka Ponera Papo. Big up to you, my Bezo. I'm not so sure if she's still alive or what. Big up to you guys. And Bianca, come take my love. Big up to Namatai Bianca Matanana. She is my day one friend from grade one. Guys, from grade one. We were together from grade 1A up to grade 7. From high school together. She is still my friend. Big up Namatai Bianca Matanana. My Muvengwa, big up to you. Okay. And then guys tell me what okay. Now thank you so much, Zorora Irusike. Now I think if there is anyone that I've left Mamrombes. Oh yes, the famous Rainbow Towers. Oh God, how can I forget the famous Rainbow Towers? So the famous Rainbow Towers came to Mrombezi and tried to overtake the famous Mutongerwa Hotel, because Mutongerwa Hotel was the biggest hotel then. And the Rainbow Towers, I'm not so sure who owned the Rainbow Towers, but thank you to the developers of Rainbow Towers, we ended up having what do you call them? We ended up having competitions, music competitions at Rainbow Towers. And Mukanya used to play band, all the live bands. Thomas Mukanya used to perform at Rainbow Towers as well. So big up to Rainbow Towers. I also remember they also used to have some what do you call them, places for people to sleep in. I'm not so sure it was short times or big times or commercial sex workers, but big up to Rainbow Towers. There is also another shop I don't remember in front of St. Kizito, in front of Rainbow, between St. Kizito and Rainbow. There were some developments there. I'm not so sure, but I think it was a motor spare or a garage. Big up to those people again. Okay, now I'm moving with the district. Murombe, district council was built later on when we were much older. Big up to everyone who came up with that idea, and big up to my uncle, Mr. Tizora. Mr. Tizora is my uncle. Mfakos, a big up to you. The Tizora family, they are my family, because they are my grandmother's cousin brothers. Okay, so the Tizoras are my family. Big up to my uncle, Mr. Tizora, for the bottle store and for everything, for coming up. You also became the councillor of Mrombezi for quite some time. Big up to Mr. Tizora 999. And the Mrombezi Development Council was built up, and the offices for passports and IDs and birth certificates. Because before then, people used to travel to Chinhoyi or Okaroi to get their birth certificate. But after Mrombezi District Council was built, it was easier for people to go get their birth certificate IDs at Mrombezi District Council. Big up to all those people that worked hard. Some I might not know your names, but thank you so much for the development. Thank you so much for the development. I'm going up. I'm going up. I haven't started the location, guys, in Mrombezi. I'm using the roads, right? So if I left the shop on the Chidarikire road and the main road, the Mrombezi main road, please let me know. I haven't forgotten the Kazangarare family. The Kazangarare family was next to the water tank where the water supply of Mrombezi was coming from. There was Kazangarare family. They also had a saloon. They also had my pictures. We used to go there to have our pictures taken. I've got so many pictures, even though I'm ashamed to show you people now because of our fashion in those days. Yeah, if I've got confidence, one day I'll show you. We used to go there. There was a guy that used to take pictures. We used to go there and pose and do this and hold each other and take pictures. And a lot of young couples used to go in there to do the kisses and taking pictures. It was a secret night. And that guy was so nasty. If you don't pay up your money for your photos, he will publish your photos all over Mrombezi. I forgot the name of that guy, but that guy, guys, that guy was so funny. He would publish you, and your family would know you've got a debt for taking pictures, guys. That was so embarrassing. And then next to that was the Kazangarare family. They also had their residence behind their shops. Big up to the Kazangarare family. I know Edmo Kazangarare, I know Nyarai Kazangarare, and Patson Kazangarare. Big up to you guys wherever you are. God bless you. We love you. Thank you for putting Murambezi on the map, Naika. We are moving now. I've passed the Nyasho, I've passed the Murambezi District Council. Now where am I? I'm now at Murambezi Hospital, Clinic. We used to call it Clinic 999. Guys, the clinic was something else. I've got so many stories and so many memories of the clinic, guys. Please forgive me if I'm missing some of the comments. Forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. Murombe, the clinic, guys, was so famous. Yes, yes, thank you so much. Whilst we on that, oh, I've got my darling, my sweetheart, my bae. This is toast to my bae. Her name is Mildred Shidarikire. Bae, this is for you. Big up to you. You know me and you. One love, my love. I love you forever. Big up to you, Midi. Shidarikire Achiera Wangu. One and only. This is for you, Chiera. I'll take this tip for you. I love you so much. Godi was the guy I told him my picture. This guy was so amazing, guys. This guy pictures, and it will take some days to process it. You will pay deposit, and the day you collect your pictures, you have to pay up the balance. If you don't pay up the balance, guys, Godu would post you. Godu will embarrass you. The whole place will know that you take pictures and you couldn't afford to pay them. But big up to Godi. I'm not so sure if he's alive or late. If he's late, may your soul rest in peace. You also put us on the spot. Wakati Ratiza, you introduced us to camera and all these photos before we knew anything. Thank you so much, Godi. This is for Chiera. Mm. Now I'm at shout out to everyone that is watching my video. Big up to all of you, my South African friends, my workmates, my classmates, anyone that I met in life. Shout out to you. I love you very much, guys. I'm just talking about my family, where I grew up and where I am. So I'm going to be moving in stages, right? But right now, I'm still talking about the famous place in Zimbabwe called Murombezi Zvimba. Guys, this place, you need to visit Murombezi Zvimba. You can never be in Zimbabwe and say you had never been to Murombezi. It's a lie, guys. You had not lived life. If you want to live life, pass through Murombezi. People used to drive from Harare to come and do a braai at Murombezi. People used to drive all over the world to come see Mukanya at Murombezi, because Thomas Mapfumo would make sure every Christmas and every New Year is at Murombezi. Why? Because Murombezi was on the map. Why? That's also the late former His Excellency President Robert Gabriel Mugabe used to come from, and where his resting place, resting in peace. May you so continue to rest in peace. Now I am at Murombezi Clinic. We used to call it clinic, the clinic. It was the famous clinic, guys. A lot of people were born at Murombezi Clinic. A lot of people had dramas at Murombezi Clinic. Guys, that clinic was so simple and small, but a lot of activities happened there. We had a name, a gentleman, a famous gentleman that I would like to acknowledge and give respect personally and behalf of all the fair people of Murombezi, because I don't think we have given him the respect, the honor that he deserves. Big up to Mr. Munemo. Mr. Munemo and his wife. His wife was, I don't know what you call her, but she used to distribute family planning and teach ladies about family planning in Murombezi. Mr. Munemo was a general, was a nurse, I think, yeah, was a registered nurse, but I think he was a bit more advanced because he specialized in also in dentistry. But Mr. Munemo also acted as a doctor, like not a doctor as such, but he would perform amazing procedures. Guys, Mr. Munemo was amazing. You see all these gaps, this one is Mr. Munemo in my mouth. Guys, the story behind these games is a story for another day. There is no one that lived in Murombezi who did not get their tooth removed, or their first tooth or their gums removed by Mr. Munemo, guys. That guy was amazing. It was like, now when I compare to life, it was like first world dentistry. He would remove your teeth with no pain, with nothing, and he would put a cotton wool. Mr. Munemo, I'm not so sure if he's alive or he's late. May he so continue to rest in peace, guys. May he so continue to rest in peace, guys. I see everyone is laughing about this, guys. Your teeth. Let's talk about the nurses. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ooh, where do I start? Where do I start? How many? Oh, guys, the hour is almost running out. I can't believe this. I can talk this much. Oh, guys, listen. We had amazing nurses. I can't remember all of them, but I know some were famous for being rude. Some were amazing. Some were good. the labor department, the labor, the maternity ward at Murombezi helped a lot of people. It helped the whole Murombezi. People from Mandu, Nyamangara, all over used to come to have their teeth to give birth at Murombezi. There was also a facility for people to stay there who had pregnancy with complications. I'm telling you, they used to perform like a big hospital, like a major hospital. To everyone that is watching from Murombezi, we need to do something to revive that hospital. I want that. I would love, not I want as if I'm forcing, I would love that hospital to have the better standards, because that hospital saved our lives. That hospital was our everything. Before Kutama Hospital existed, we had the only hospital Zororai Rusika, don't worry, my love, my Chaima. I haven't forgotten about Murombezi Musika. I'm still coming back to Murombezi Musika. It has got, maybe I need a day for Murombezi Musika or the other people that were involved there. But today, let's talk about the sisters, guys. Let's talk about the sisters, guys. The sisters at Murombezi Hospital. You just know that if one day you go and that sister is there, you are in trouble. Some were famous for giving painful injections. I will not mention names though. Some were just famous for being rude and ugly. Some were just famous for being nasty. But Mr. Munemo was the only one who I had never had any amazing. But I would like to say big up to my Wadzi. I don't know the and I forgot their names. My Wadzanai. Please help me, my Wadzanai, my Annie, guys. If she's alive or if she's late, please, may that lady be blessed. She did a great work. There are so many sisters that helped us. Mbuyava Geraldine Hlabangana Geraldine. Yes, that also, she also is a nurse that played a big role at Mrombezi. There is also Mbuyava Esther, she was in my class. I forgot the names of these sisters, guys. Yes, big up to Nesi Murakwani. I'm not so sure if she's alive or not. Big up to Nesi Musingari Mimbuya Teteva Beauty. She was also an amazing sister. Please tell me the other names of the nurses. Big up to all the sisters that helped at Murombezi. It was always busy, but they made sure they saved. Last but not least, you can never have known Mrombezi clinic without knowing this amazing lady. May her soul continue to rest in peace. Her name was Auntie Eva. I used to call her Auntie Eva Zamuneta because tete vangu vakarorwa kanyachowe and mai nyachowe mai Zamuneta vanga vari tete vanyachowe. So to me, mai Zamuneta vanga vari tete vangu. So ndaive muroora. So Eva aitengesa pamusika wepaclinic. She used to provide all the food that people used to want. I'm not so sure what condition she was going through, but Eva did a very good job. I supply chikafu, my fruits, everything. She was the only person that was allowed to sell food per clinic Pamrombezi. Big up to Auntie Eva. Auntie Eva, may your soul continue to rest in peace, Mangwenya. Rest in peace, rest in peace. You played a big part since I was a child, and since you left, you never got tired. You used to push your Uber all the way from Matora Nembe to Murombezi daily to provide a service of selling food to people that were stuck at the clinic, because you could spend a day at the clinic in Murombezi, and the only time you'd get food was from Auntie Eva. She provided a big service. Otherwise, to go to the shops in Murombezi was so far away, but Eva used to provide a service that no one ever did provided at the Murombezi clinic. Big up to Amangwenya. May your soul continue to rest in peace. Now, guys, my time is up. I'm left with 3 minutes. 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. What am I going to say in 3 minutes, guys? My video must end at exactly 8 o'clock. What am I going to say? Okay, people are still talking about the Jackson. Guys, the Jackson, let me tell you a story about the clinic, about Murombezi clinic. I once had chicken pox. I had chicken pox when I was doing Form 3. Oh my God. Guys, I know a lot of people, thank God it was in December. A lot of people did not see me except my bae that time anyway. He's the only person that could see my face. Guys, I had chicken pox all over my face. And in those days when you had chicken pox, you used to be hidden from everyone, and you used to go to Murombezi clinic daily to get an injection on your bums for 7 days for chicken pox. It was just like tonsillitis. If you got tonsillitis, you used to go to Murombezi daily to get an injection. Guys, that injection was so painful. And depending with the nurse that was giving you an injection, guys, if the nurse say open your bum, it's open your bum. And you just go. That injection, oh my God, I remember. I will never forget my last injections for the chicken pox at Gangararwe. It was called Murombezi Clinic or Gangararwe Clinic. Guys, the injections there were something else. But Mr. Mnemo, thank you so much for the good, amazing work, and all the sisters that worked there. Thank you very much. The late ones, may your souls continue to rest in peace. I will not stop talking about the good things of the people that are late, because during our era, we did not have Facebook. Nobody could do videos for them. Nobody could talk about them. But guys, I'm just going to say a big shout out to certain families that were close to us that I knew. I'm going to say big shout out to Chinoda family. Big shout out to Chinoda family. Big shout out to Zamneta family. Big shout out to Mzanem Namo family. Big shout out to Mjakachi family. Big shout out to Magede family. Big shout out to Chirodza family. Big shout out to Nyachowe family. Big shout out to Shawira family. Big shout out to Shiri family. Big shout out to Mtongerwa family. Big shout out to Matamba family. Big shout out to Jeve family. Jeve is a big family. They were good friends with us, families, us, relatives of mine as well. Kuzai Jeve, big shout out to you and my granny, the best ever. Best ever. And not forgetting the biggest shout out is to an amazing best friend of my grandmother. I cannot mention my grandmother without mentioning certain women. Big shout out to Mbuya Chirume Nai. Gogo Chirume, big shout out to you. Big shout out to Mai Matanana, Maivana Matai. That lady used to bring us fashion. We used to see fashion in Bianca. Mama used to bring fashion all the way from South Africa. Big shout out to the Chikakai family, Gwamba family, Ore family, Chimanga family, Kaondera family. Big shout out to Kaondera Primary School people, Nyamangara Primary School people, Mururi Primary School people, what is it called? Chikaka Primary School people. Big shout out to Kaondera High School. Big shout out to Mandu people. Big shout out to all the schools that were around Murombezi, guys. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you guys and say thank you so much. Those that are watching, all I can tell you is a lot of people will come on and watch this live later on. Maybe they don't have the data, they don't have the time, but everyone will be watching. So don't miss out for next week, guys. I'm just gonna take a break. I had to stop the music because Zuckerberg was threatening me that they were going to shut this video. But guys, big up, Gogo Chirume, big up to her, Gogo Chirume, Mbuya. There's so many Gogo Chirumes, but big up to all of them. But mainly, I'm referring to Mbuya Vakarera Shamariango because she's the lucky one that still have a grandmother. But I will not forget my grandmother in love, my granny in law. Sawira wambuya vangu vainzi mai Kaini nai ndo ambuya vachidarikire nai eka guys, how can I not say big up to her? Gogo, may your soul continue resting in peace. She was my everything. She was best friend to my grandmother. She was my hideout. She was my everything. Ndo ambuya vachidarikire. Big up to my Kaini, may your soul continue to rest in peace. Even Sekuru Kaini, he was mentally challenged, but big up to him. He never fought with anyone. He never fight with anyone. He was just a human being that is lived his life the way God created him for him. Big up to those. Big up to John Zimba. He was also mentally challenged, but John, he lived his life the way God created it to be. Big up to John Zimba Kushungo. He made our lives so funny. Vaititandaniza dzimwe nguva, vairova vanhu dzimwe nguva, but big up to John Zvimba. Big up to Dumbure the famous. Dumbure was also mentally challenged. Guys, I will not stop acknowledging the people that were there in Mrombezi. I will not stop acknowledging the people that played a big role. I might skip others because I'm busy or I'm forgetting or I'm running out of time. Like now, I'm over with 3 minutes, guys. Big up to Mr. Katambo. Guys, I'll be wrong if I do not mention the Katambo family. My Katambo was an amazing, and Mr. Katambo were amazing teachers that did and are still doing great job in Mrombezi. My Katambo was my geography teacher. She was an amazing geography teacher. She taught me geography. Up to today, you cannot say anything to me about geography. That woman taught me geography, but that woman was also strict. Big up to Mr. Katambo. When I was there, he was no longer at Matranembe High School, but he developed a lot of students in Mrombezi and Zvimba by giving them all extra tutorials, extra lessons at his residence or his private college. Big up to Mr. Katambo and his family and his wife. Big up to you guys. You made us who we are. We acknowledge you. We acknowledge what you are doing in Mrombezi. We appreciate the work that you have done. You have developed the minds. So many people are in police. So many are in army. Majority of us are who we are today because of all the work that you have done. Big up to all the teachers of Matora Nembe, my Hamadziripi and Mr. Hamadziripi in Canada. Big up to you guys. I respect you. I acknowledge you. Big up to my Mkumbareza and Mr. Mkumbareza. Big up to Mr. Nyamtora and my Nyamtora. My Nyamtora was also an amazing, quiet, simple and humbleness at Mrombezi Gangararwe Hospital. His husband was a teacher, headmaster at Mrombezi High School. Big up to you, say, I love you, I love you, I love you. You were my favorite best teacher, Mr. Nyamtora. And the Nyamtora ended up knowing Isaac Nyamtora with life. Big up to Isaac Nyamtora wherever you are. Big up to the Mutombo family. My Mutombo was Mbuya Vangu. Big up to the Kushamba family. Kushamba family and my family have got a long history. Angari Madzisawira Ekumba Kwedu. Big up to the Kushamba family in Matriti. Big up to you guys. I acknowledge you. We were close during my time with my grandmother. I acknowledge Chinoda family. Big up to Gogo Joanna. Big up to Hore. Big up to Maim Temerer Wavariko Kashimba. She's the head man. Big up to Mbuya. Big up to Sekuru Edgar Chinoda Variko Kashimba. Not representer as well. And all the Mzanenamo and Masango family in Mrombezi. Big up to you guys. We appreciate you. And guys, last but not least, I would like to acknowledge and respect all the people that were working at Mrombezi. Musika Mrombezi market, Mrombezi Musika Musika, where the bus station or the main station of Mrombezi. There were so many ladies. I can mention a few that I still remember, but I might miss some. There were so many ladies like Maishingi. There were so many ladies that were working behind the fence. Others were working inside the fence. Guys, I respect those ladies. I would like to honor them. They put our place on the market, on the spot. They represent Mrombezi and their merchandises yakaita kuti tiende nenyika. Vamwe vaibva kuchitendere, vamwe vaibva kwagwekwerere, vamwe vaibva kupi. Jochore family, oh my god, how can I skip Jochore family? Big up to Jochore family. Mr. Jochore did a lot for Mrombezi and his big family, amazing family. Faith Jochore, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Dumukwas. Shout out to my Priscilla. I'm not so sure if she's alive. If she's not, may her soul rest in peace. And all those that are late, my Ninavangu Jenny, Vaitengesa Kumsika, Maiva Farai, I'm not so sure if she's still alive. A lot of people, a lot of ladies, guys, families were raised, we were established in Msika Iwoyo, we were established by the businesses in Mrombezi. Big up to everyone that contributed. Guys, you don't know, or if you don't see from my perspective, you never understand why I still highlight this. Those people played a big role financially for the economy of Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe on the map, Mrombezi played a big role. Maria Kaspinwa Mrombezi, Misika yakashandwa, mafriziti akatengeswa, mazepi akatengeswa, maputi akatengeswa pa Mrombezi. Big up to you, big up. May everyone that is passed in the people that I've mentioned, may your soul rest in peace. And to the surviving children, guys, let's revive Mrombezi. Let's work towards reviving Mrombezi. Let's restore, let's support those that are doing businesses in Mrombezi. Wall up to everyone, guys. I love you. I love you. I'm just going to be playing music, sitting and enjoying my drinks whilst chatting to you guys on chat. But the video was supposed to end at 9 o'clock. Now I'm already 7 minutes late, guys. I'm tired and my time is up. If I left someone, guys, big up to them, and inbox them, guys, inbox, or put on comment section, highlight everyone, guys, on comment section, highlight everyone, guys. If you want me to talk about Bulawayo, if you want me to talk about Cholocho, if you want me to talk about Gwanda, if you want me to talk about Gokwe, guys, after lockdown I'm going to be visiting those places and do video recordings. Just come to my inbox, give me a breakdown or give me a history so that I know what I'm talking about, so that when I come on the public I know what I'm saying. But for now I'm going to be talking about my childhood, where I grew up, acknowledging the people that were there, every lady that was there, and everyone, all the priests at St. Kizito Parish, all the people that went to Methodist Mrombezi, all the people that went to Zayoja Mrombezi, all the people that went to Fogu Mrombezi. Those were the main churches, Salvation Army Mrombezi. Big up to all those churches. They molded us. Then in those days, there was no much of pastoring in Mrombezi. But now I hear there is pastoring. Big up to you people. As long as religion is still there, you raise children that are molded. I am who I am today because of Mrombezi. Big up to all of you guys, Gwamba, everywhere. All the places that I did not mention. Matriti, Nyamangara, what do you call this main big river? Big up to all of you, Mupumbu, guys. Big up to all of you. God bless you. God, may you have an amazing weekend, an amazing week. Whilst we listen to Jah Praiser, if this video is cut off, guys, just know Kutichi and this in this Zuckerberg, because Atombondipa work warning before video yatanga, and then I stopped playing the music, and I still say it before I end my music. I do not have rights to play this music. I'm playing the music because I respect Jah Praiser. I appreciate his music and I love it. Next week I'll be playing someone else that is different from Jah Praiser. Just let me know. We can talk about anything here. This is just a live video where we love each other, where I talk to you about what I loved about growing up. But today was just a history, a background about myself, a background about the place I'm talking about, Murombezi. I'm talking about Rimba Growth Point. I'm talking about Murombezi Rural District Council. Big up to you guys. If you know anywhere that is there, the current councillor, Mr. Damneta, big up to you. I acknowledge you. I respect you. Big up to everyone that is working and still pushing Kwamrombezi, the Shdarikires, the Chawiras, the Mtongerwas, everyone that is there. Big up to you guys. May God bless you. Have a great weekend. Have a great, amazing Friday. If you are drinking, guys, drink responsibly. Wear mask. Coronavirus is real. I will not stop saying this. Coronavirus is real. Wash your hands. Sanitize your hands. Keep social distance and drink responsibly and be safe. Be like me. Don't drink alcohol. Drink grape juice. Okay. Love you. Thank you, Chiera. Thank you, Mildred. Larikira, thank you, Zorora Irusike. Namatai Bianca Matanana. Thank you, Zwelani Chuma, Pepe Cho Chinomona, My Chinomona. Thank you very much. Thank you, Pikamanda. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chipo Charakupa. Thank you, big up Mroro wangu Katambo. Thank you, guys. Sabrina Kundai Chambara. Thank you so much. The Chambara family, I also not forget them. And Magede family. Guys, I hope I've mentioned them. Magede family, thank you so much. Mahere family, thank you so much. Brian Matanana Bestie, thank you so much. Big up to you. I've mentioned your family already. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Faith Jochore, big up to you. Big up to Benjamin Magume. Big up to you. I'm trying to look at everyone and mention Ashton Banda. Big up to you. Zororai Rusike. Tongoramba tishingo kumoresa izvi. Midi Chiera, my love. Forgive Mafukidze. Forgive Noel Mafukidze. Patience Makono. Karen Michelle Davids. Concilia Garata. Lady Tanga. Farai Mushosho. Big up to you, Myra in Dubai. I hope you are safe. Big up to you. I love you so much. Ingokanda kama love sachihera wangu 999. Musaite majera saskana kanda ma love nema like pae na matai matana na best kanda ma love nema likes. Tete wangu Misha Mkungula. Big up to you Tete. Love, respect to you. Atete tombera kana chihera na Tete Nana Soko Natete Mese, we appreciate you. And everyone else, guys, I can't finish all of you mentioning your names. And everyone that's going to be watching this video this week, have a blessed weekend and a blessed week. I'll catch you up. I'll have a catch up again and date night with you again next week. For me, it's not about views. For me, it's not about what. I'm just making history for my children. When they come and look back, they can see where I come from, the people, what I appreciate and what I love. I love unity. I love peace. I love kufara. Ndirimuna nongo zvifarira. All my love to you guys. Everyone that has passed my life in my world, I love you, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank the love of my life. Thank you so much, Bay, for allowing me to do this video. I love you very much. You don't want to be mentioned. You don't want to be on social media. I respect that. I love you. I love my in-laws. I love my former in-laws. I love my exes and everyone else, guys. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. And have a great, great week. I'm going to leave you now watching Jah Praise whilst I finish my whisk. Tichitaura pa chat 9. So let me play Jah Praise. If this video is going to be cut off, just know that it's because of Zuckerberg. So tell me the songs that I want me to play for you. Guys, and even if you guys, I'd love to dance for you, but I'm not allowed, guys. Sanctions.
ndikachikoka ndakachisunguza ndikachipakata ndakavanutsa nengoma aivarowanongona ndaimanipakorona mwendamberi munokona ndakachipata ndikachikoka ndakachisunguza ndikachipakata ukuta masuziyarara tosangana patakarambane siuya souya mangwana chengeta chidzito chehana ukuta masuziyarara tosangana patakarambane siuya souya mangwana chengeta chidzito chehana mwana uya baba ndobika mjauna kana afika matambiro akanita kuti ana yangu inombutika nemukati kutika mwana uya baba ndobika mjauna kana afika matambiro akanita kuti ana yangu inombutika nemukati kutika dondozoranga zerunyotana mama komkati nomu dozimbo yangu estanasanga ngiyosi yangu miye bano mshana nusika bashiborani estanasanga ngiyosi yangu miye bano mshana nusika bashiborani tomaira fani ikatitale nebani tijabambane mamera masana mashana tomaira fani ikatitale nebani tijabambane mamera masana mashana ihondo ya chaka
ihondo yachaka
machi
icho.
hello mdala silent killer prasiba josi anatonga kuti topedza masports
tapedza masports guys. Now you can have your weekend, champopo, mvura, magrapes, maheu, chero chiri kurira guys. Let's enjoy music. Vanoda zvembira.
pakadiko chaunga maita maunga moita muzarinya azitanga imauzana okoyo aiwanirongeza kana nakunakisa nemutupo wakazara nemashoko wanogara okoyo
Okay. Okay. Hanzi vachakuvengera cheziya mwanangu uchaiona nhamo yacho. Hanzi ukaita mari uchaiona nhamo yacho.
kurera handina kusarudza ndinda kubereka pamwe pacho touzana kuti mvura ikauya mhepo ikauya usapinda mubako mune zvatondohuma mwana muterera handina kusarudza ndinda kubereka pamwe pacho touzana kuti mvura ikauya mhepo ikauya usapinda mubako mune zvatondohuma